Alright then, so I tested that it freaking works now. It does. Very good, very well. Scaleless McRegion. What does that mean? Alright, here we go. Is that smooth lighting? I see. Yes, it is. Oh.
Welcome back to collecting every Minecraft block in release order. This time we've got quite a few versions ahead of us, as we are covering Beta 1.3 all the way to Beta 1.7. Now, that might seem like a lot if you're only familiar with the modern updates, but for a long time, updates were actually very small, only adding a handful of blocks each. In fact, all 5 of these versions released in a little over 4 months. Starting this video off, Beta 1.3 doesn't add much, although of the 5 blocks that were added, one in particular is very, very useful.
Alright, well, now that we're in Beta 1.3, there's only a few things to get. Craft. They all are crafted, actually. I just need some wood real quick. So, what it adds is, well, I need to put some stone first. Adds sandstone slab, regular cobblestone slab before there was just smooth stone, and a petrified oak slab. It says wooden slab, that retroactively becomes petrified oak when the rest of the wood types get their own slab variants. And the last thing that this adds is a repeater. Oh, right. It also adds beds, which I'm gonna make 2 because one for the collection and one to use, you know? There we go, finally. And in here, you can put bloop, boom, bam, and there. That's everything in this version. The next version is in Beta 1.4, which... okay.
Beta 1.4 is a bit of a doozy, despite adding a grand total of 0 blocks. Now, typically I would skip a version like this, as I did with Alpha 1.1, but the version does let us obtain a block that we couldn't before. Brown wool was added back in Beta 1.2, but there was no way of getting it legitimately. But now, in 1.4, there are cocoa beans and sheep have a low chance of spawning with brown wool. However, jungles weren't added alongside cocoa beans, and the only way to find them is in dungeons. And of course, they're not going to retroactively generate in dungeons I've already found, so I'm gonna have to venture out and find a new one.
Keep that compass on me, get rid of the hoe from before. I'm gonna go in this direction because I think this is the one where I've generated the least terrain in. I should get some wood just for the road. Oh yeah, crouching. I don't remember when this was added, but I certainly did not need, last episode I certainly did not need to stress that much about bridging. No. Let's see. One last time. Can I dismount the boat without breaking it? No! Come on. Here's some new terrain. Or might be new terrain. I don't know if I generated it last version. Let's see. The leaves aren't jumbled over here, so I think it's good. Now, I could either find cocoa beans or sheep now have, I think it's a 3% chance on spotting to be brown. So, I mean, I'm not just gonna wait around for them to pop up, so I am going to find where this zombie's at. Or wait, where's like the F3 thing where I can see? Can I see like mob IDs over their heads? I can. So. Oh, jeez. Okay, found it. Spooky. There's okay, nothing here. I am gonna grab more coal though. I am in a bit of a deficit on that front. What's up?
Hello again.
Jesus! I would like to see. Thank you. I am unfazed. I'm like a fucking League of Legends player right now, looking at my screen, trying to see where the hell I'm going. If you don't look at them, they are not a threat, okay? Suck. Hey, come on, please. Yes, fight each other. Yes! Could also, like, go and chunk base to find a dungeon, because I really don't like looking for structures. I'm too used to modded Minecraft where I can just have a compass that tells me where structures are. Exclamation mark! Whoa! How exciting! Ooh, that's a lot of zombie sounds. That's a lot of zombies. Yeah! Okay, now let's see if this actually is. If this good. I can't talk. If this has cocoa beans. Yeah! I heard an arrow. There it is. Alright, now gotta get home. Craft the wool, and that's it for this version. Ooh, dogs. I don't have enough bones unless I get really lucky. Oh, damn it. There it is. Thank you very much. Brown. And black. There we go. That's all. That's the only thing in beta 1.4. Yeah. Beta 1.5 time. Wow.
We get a break now with Beta 1.5, adding 4 total blocks, all of which can easily be made with what we currently have lying around.
This adds achievements, apparently. Cool. These are still going. Are they going forever? That'd be cool. Nope. There we go. There it is. This version adds detector rail. That's not how you make it. That's how you make it.
a power rail. What else? Just birch and spruce sapling. Okay. Another super simple version. Just break these jumbled trees you already have to get the saplings. That's assuming they drop. Please. Yeah. There it is. Alright. And that's everything in Beta 1.5. We are cruising now. Okay. Sure. What if I... Oh, maybe, like, this is the kind that, like, grows the jumble trees, and this is kind that only grows oak? Maybe. I don't know. Beta 1.6 technically adds 3 blocks, but only 1 is currently obtainable. Grass and ferns can be made by just bone meal in the ground, but without shears, they can't be collected. But I still wanted to at least generate a fern before moving on, because they ceased to spawn in Beta 1.8, which is the version that shears can actually harvest them. But you'll see the problem with that soon enough. 1.6? Beta 1.6 at that. Excuse me. First thing it adds is trapdoors. My darling, my baby, my sweetie, what gravy, whatever. Yeah. Yes. What do I do with this other one? I'll just like... grass and... Yeah, it's grass and ferns, which are not yet obtainable, but they will very soon, and I'm just gonna get some just to... I want to get ferns, because those are very finicky. They don't really, they don't spawn in many biomes, and they don't spawn at all past 1.8, so I particularly want some of those. Hold on, I need to take a shit. That was my chance to take a big shit. Hold on, please. Oh, come on. Is it on land? That is... Okay. I think, I mean, anywhere where there's, like... Oh, whatever. Well, let's see. Can I dismount the boat without breaking it? No, I cannot! Unless... Is something in controls? Nope. Well... some clay. That. You were interrupting my clay moment. Get out of here. Matrix. Matrix ain't fuck. Shoot each other. Okay, that's enough. That's enough! It was enough. There's more? Where are you coming? I just want this clay. I would like this. There we go. Waluigi. I can't tell what type of terrain I'm in because it's too fucking dark. The pumpkins, okay. So this is at least after biomes were added. And there's snow over here, okay. I guess I'll just plop some bone meal down. Is that going down? Yeah, okay. Day is gonna come soon. No ferns
if I would have to guess, ferns would maybe be here in the snow. I don't know. Actually, the wiki could probably help me, but okay, I'm just gonna. You're not coming. Nope. No ferns can generate here. I'm just gonna look it up. Save me Minecraft wiki. Okay, so the biomes that they can spawn in are either swamps or rainforests. And the main way to tell those different from the other biomes are the color of the grass, and also rainforests have a lot more large trees apparently. So I don't think this is a rainforest. I would think the grass would be a lot brighter. Ooh, this might be one. And also, apparently, shears, you can't actually harvest the ferns with shears until beta 1.8, so I'm gonna have to come all the way back over here later, but it's fine. There's quite a few large trees, but I don't think it's a rainforest. The grass doesn't seem too bright. This might be a swamp, actually. I would think this is a swamp, right? But it doesn't... No ferns are happening. Oh, that's new terrain. Now that is some new terrain. For sure. Why is the compass pointing this way now? Did I turn around? I don't think I turned around. What's going on? No, this is... I somehow got myself turned around at one point, apparently. Yeah, these are the jumbled leaves from the... What the hell? So... Okay. Pretty green. Over here. Oh. That is... Okay, so this is beta 1.6 terrain, so I can tell immediately if this is one of the biomes I need, and unfortunately it does not look like it. Unless... Nope. Yeah. This looks super green. This looks super green. I think this is a rainforest. And it's getting dark. I'm gonna be smart this time and make a bed so I don't have to look around in complete darkness. So maybe they're not showing up as ferns, but they are indeed ferns. I'm gonna keep in mind, okay, 947, 65. Okay, I'm gonna write that down for when beta 1.8 comes around. And that should, help. Alright, well that was way too much time spent in a version that adds one block.
And that brings us to the final version of this video, beta 1.7, a commonly revered version not for adding anything in particular, but for being the final version before the polarizing adventure update. While this version only adds a couple things, it's easily the one I spent the most time on in this session. Over half the recording is on this version alone. but not for the reason you might expect. It's not like the previous versions in this video that I lingered on because I need to generate terrain.
Alright. Made a 1.7.3. This is the last version before a bunch of stuff has changed, namely food system, sprinting, the lighting system. There's a lot of stuff that changes next update. What's added in this update is... I put the art in our way already. Shears, which, of course, allow us to collect leaves. Yep. They all just say leaves in the inventory, but they don't stack, so they are different. It does not let us collect tall grass yet, I'm pretty sure. Just let me double check. Yep, okay. Those 3 go in, and there are 2 blocks remaining, which are 2 variants of the same thing. They, of course, are pistons. One, of course, we need a piston and a sticky piston. I'll keep that there, and then this in here for when I get a slime ball. And I need to actually... Now, the difficulty comes in obtaining the slime ball, which, it's a little bit of a doozy.
So now we are tasked with getting 1 slime ball, which in this version is more challenging than it may seem. Swamp biomes do exist, but are very different from modern swamps, and do not spawn slimes on the surface. Instead, we have to rely on slime chunks. For those of you who don't know, every chunk in the game has a 10% chance to spawn slimes at Y level 16 and below. Finding these slime chunks is easy. There's a website called Chunkbase where you can either input your seed or world file, and it has tools to find pretty much everything you would want to find in world generation, like biomes, structures, and of course, slime chunks. Now, seeing as I only need 1 slime ball for a sticky piston, a normal person would find a slime chunk near their base, mine out a bit of it to allow just a couple slimes to spawn, and call it a day. But instead, I found 3 that were right next to my mine. And the normal, sane, well-adjusted person I am decided to mine out the entire slime spawnable area of those chunks, from Y16 down to bedrock. Why? Well, I wanted a lot of cobble for something I wanted to build later, but main reason is I just felt like it. So strap yourself in for nearly 2 hours of nothing but mining, sped up as fast as Adobe Premiere will let me.
Nice. Ooh. I know there's a bug that makes them not drop anything if you don't deal their exact health, so Okay, what if I just punch them? Okay, there we go. Friends! I can't go... Okay, well, friends! Die. Well, can make a sticky piston. And that one is every block from beta 1.3 all the way to beta 1.7. Cool. I'm gonna keep digging because I want cobblestone for something else I'm gonna do later, but yeah, bye.